It figures. It figures. I get out of the sewer, I start leaving Riften, and the minute that I do, I realize, wait a minute. I didn't come here to join the Thieves Guild. I came to find Esbern down in the frickin' sewer. Orphanage.
Dangerous and no place for decent folk.
My god, there's so many. Look, just run into an entire contingent of guards coming out of the stupid Mistveil Keep. There we go, Mistveil. I knew I could remember the name of it. So anyways, now that I've done all of that stuff, now that I've spent 2 entire episodes doing nothing but standing around Riften and talking with people, I am going to actually find Esbern, which is what I showed up here for in the first place. Let's see how many of them decide to chat my ear up while I walk by.
You better not make trouble.
Not as many as I thought. Alright, you know what? Let's do a little bit of sneaking, because like I need to level up my sneak skill for the Thieves Guild quests that are sitting in front of me. Careful, Vault. They're gonna hear us. Just stand still, Vault. If we're lucky, they'll not notice me, and I'll be able to level up my sneak skill some.
Who's there?
Nobody. Oh boy. Somebody coming for me? I think they're noticing me. Yep, somebody for that. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I am a Blades agent, I suppose. I was never formally inducted into the group, though, so I find it a little bit offensive that you would assume that I'm a Blades agent. What if I'm the? What if I command the Blades, but I'm not actually in their ranks? What would you think of that?
Esbern cannot elude us, fool.
Well, if that's the case, you might want to find him instead of me. Get out of here. Whatever you say about the Thalmor, sweetheart, you didn't hold, you didn't stand a chance against me. Alright, so, like always, you just take all of the stuff off these guys. Man, I'm still really quite put out by the fact that I had to, oh god, the Thieves Guild, they talk too much. And, I don't know, I feel like if I let myself, I would just complain all day long. How about we talk about something different? It's been weeks at this point. It's been weeks since E3, but they announced the Elder Scrolls 6. Wowee. Definitely didn't expect them to just basically say, just put a title across a backdrop and say, yeah, it's not going to be for a long time, but Elder Scrolls 6, guys, it is coming. Unexpected. If you were to ask me about what I'm expecting out of Elder Scrolls 6, I would say, stop asking about something that's like 6 years off down the line, because Bethesda has a history of having a development cycle of at least 3 years, and you know they've got Fallout 76 coming out this year, 2018, which means that it means that it'll be another 3 years before their next game, Starfield, and then another 3 years after that until Elder Scrolls. That's just speaking from their history, though. They could always turn it around, they could pull something else out, but I wouldn't advise anybody to think that they're going to work faster than that. But that's just me and my my cautious attitude. So, yeah. Anyways, I don't really want to talk about current events. Well, I say current events. At this point, geez, by the time this episode goes up, E3 will have happened 2 months ago, practically. A month and a half, 2 months ago. So, I'm not really even talking about current events at that point. At the rate that internet information, well, internet information. What am I 70? Jeez, I'm not making any sense. I'm talking about the internet like an old man instead of someone who's like had it in his life since he was 13 years old. Which, man, that's a crazy thing. That's a crazy concept right there. The idea that there are kids today who have never lived a life without the internet. I cannot wrap my head around that idea. My word. Anyways. Should I talk about things that are more Elder Scrolls centric? Well, I mean, Vol, come on.
Pot, stone, bucket, book, knife.
Well, she is nuts. Alright. Esbern? Hello?
Go away!
Esbern. Open the door. I'm here to help you.
Yes.
What? No, that's not me. I'm not Esbern. I don't know what you're talking about.
You and I both know you're Esbern. Delphine sent me.
Delphine? How do you... So you finally found her, and she led you to me. And here I am, caught like a rat in a trap.
No, Esbern, you're not trapped. Not yet, at least, but the walls are closing in. Delphine sent me with a message. She said, "Remember the 30th of Frostfall."
Ah, indeed. Indeed. I do remember. Delphine really is alive, then? You'd better come in, then, and tell me how you found me, and what you want. This'll just take a moment.
Okay.
This one always fits. There we go.
How many locks do you have on this
Only a
thing?
couple more.
Criminy. Man, the voice acting direction was always bad with Esbern too. He sounds like he's played by two different people, except it's one
There we
guy.
are. Come in, come in. Make yourself at home.
Will do.
That's better. Now we can talk. So, Delphine keeps up the fight after all these years. I thought she'd have realized it's hopeless by now. I tried to tell her years ago.
Hopeless? What do you mean?
Haven't you figured it out yet? What more needs to happen before you all wake up and see what's going on? Alduin has returned just like the prophecy said. The dragon from the dawn of time who devours the souls of the dead. No one can escape his hunger, here or in the afterlife. Alduin will devour all things, and the world will end. Nothing can stop him. I tried to tell them. They wouldn't listen. Fools. It's all come true. All I could do was watch our doom approach.
Alduin? Are you talking about the dragon that's been flying around and resurrecting all the dead ones?
Yes, yes. You see, you know, but you refuse to understand.
And by understand, you mean you're talking about the literal end of the world.
Oh yes, it's all been foretold. The end has begun. Alduin has returned. Only a dragonborn can stop him. But no dragonborn has been known for centuries. It seems that the gods have grown tired of us. They've left us to our fate as the plaything of Alduin the World Eater.
It's not hopeless, Esbern. There's a reason Delphine sent me to find you. I am Dragonborn.
What? You are? Can it really be true? Dragonborn? Then there is hope. The gods have not abandoned us. We must go. Quickly now. Take me to Delphine. We have much to discuss. But give me just a moment. I must gather a few things. I'll need... No useless trash. Where'd I put my annotated annuad? One moment. I know time is of the essence, but mustn't leave secrets for the Thalmor. There's one more I must bring. Well, I guess that's good enough. Let's be off.
Ooh. She... Right about my face. Delphine! We've returned.
Delphine. It's good to see you. It's been a long time.
It's good to see you too, Esbern. It's been too long, old friend. Too long. Well, then. You made it safe and sound. Good. Come on, I have a place we can talk. Orgnar, hold down the bar for a minute, will you?
Yeah, sure.
This way.
Oh my. Why are you staring at me like that? Also getting in the way of Esbern. Jeez. Alright. Oh, hey, everything here has respawned. That is perfect. That means all of the... Go on. Don't let me hold you up, Esbern. Take all of this stuff. Don't leave the door open there. Come on, Vald. Don't be a dum-dum. Come on. Alright. We're all together.
Now then, I assume you know about...
Oh, yes. Dragonborn. Indeed, yes. Oh, this changes everything, of course. There's no time to lose. We must locate. Let me show you. I know I had it here somewhere.
Esbern, what?
Give me just a moment. Here it is. Come. You see, right here, Skyhaven Temple. Constructed around one of the main Akaviri military camps in the Reach during their conquest of Skyrim.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Shh. This is where they built Alduin's Wall, to set down in stone all their accumulated dragon lore. A hedge against the forgetfulness of centuries. A wise and foresighted policy, in the event, despite the far-reaching fame of Alduin's Wall at the time. One of the wonders of the ancient world, its location was lost.
Esbern, what are you getting at?
You mean, you don't mean to say you haven't heard of Alduin's Wall? Either of you?
Let's pretend we haven't. What's Alduin's Wall, and what does it have to do with stopping the dragons?
Alduin's Wall was where the ancient blades recorded all they knew of Alduin and his return. Part history, part prophecy. His location has been lost for centuries, but I found it again. Not lost, you see, just forgotten. The Blade's archives held so many secrets. I was only able to save a few scraps.
So you think that Alduin's Wall will tell us how to defeat Alduin?
Well, yes, but there's no guarantee, of course.
Skyhaven Temple it is, then. I knew you'd have something for us, Esbern. I know the area of the Reach that Esbern's talking about, near what's now known as Karthspire, in the Karth River Canyon. We can meet you there, or all travel together. Your call.
Well, before I decide, what's the best way to get there?
From Riverwood? The road south through Falkreath is the most direct route. Or you could catch the carriage from Whiterun to Markarth, and then approach from the west. Either way, the Reach is wild country these days. The Forsworn are everywhere. Best be careful.
That being the case, let's travel separately. We'll meet together just outside of Karthspire, and then deal with whatever's there together.
Your call. Might be safer to travel separately. Attract less attention that way. Don't worry, I'll get Esbern there in one piece. We'll wait for you near Karthspire. Good luck. Orgnar, this is it. The inn is yours. I'm probably never coming back here.
Well now, that's something to think about.
Take care of yourself, Orgnar. Goodbye.
Yeah, sure. You too, Delphine. You be safe.
Oh, wait. Alright. Come on.
The power of
Let's
the
keep
dragon is yours. There can be no doubt. You are the dragonborn of prophecy.
That I am, Esbern. Speaking of which,
Are you sure this is the right way?
given the fact that we just killed a dragon, Esbern, I think that we're on the right track. But listen, before we go inside, I want to ask what happened on the 30th of Frostfall. Turned out to be quite the magic phrase when I approached you in the sewer.
It was a cold day. The end of Frostfall is nearly winter in the Gerol Mountains. We heard the news at Cloud Ruler by courier, riding hard from the Imperial City. 30th of Frostfall, 171. 30 years ago. The Great War started that day. The Thalmor ambassador delivered his ultimatum to the Emperor Titus Mede, the head of every Blades agent within the Aldmeri Dominion. I knew that day that it was truly the beginning of the end.
So that's why it struck a chord with you. No way the Aldmeri Dominion would know that. And what about me? Why is it so important that I'm Dragonborn? What do you know that I don't?
It's the prophecy, don't you see? Only a Dragonborn can stop Alduin and avert the end of the world. But I don't yet know how you can stop him. The prophecy doesn't say. But Alduin's Wall does. I hope.
I see. Well then, how do we find the entrance to this temple? Where should we look?
The entrance must be past the Forsworn camp. Look for a canyon or cave entrance into the Karth Spire.
Well, let's get to searching then.
Very good.
This
These
looks like
pillars
something.
must have something to do with it.
Yes, these are Akaviri symbols. Here, let's see. You had the symbol for king and warrior, and of course the symbol for dragonborn. That's the one that appears to have a sort of arrow shape pointing downward at the bottom.
Okay then.
Yes, that's it. The symbol on the pillar on the left.
This doesn't appear to be much of a puzzle then. How did the Forsworn not open it?
It worked. Let's see what those old games left in our way.
Whatever Delphine, I just twisted a couple of frickin' pillars. Or switches, or whatever you want to call them. I swear, the NPCs in... Oh, great. This looks wonderful. Esbern. Esbern? Look at this.
Wait!
Why are you stopping?
We should be careful here. See these symbols on the floor?
Esbern's right. Look like pressure plates.
Ooh.
Be careful.
In that case, Vald.
What do you need, Thane?
It's simple,
Real
Vald.
close. Once
Just
it's
stay
close, once it's
put.
safe.
I'm yours to command, Thane. I'll wait here until you need me.
Yes, very good. Always think about the NPCs that are going to ruin your day. I'm reminded of a couple of incidents that I've had in the past. Don't remember if they've been on camera or not. Both in...
Safe now. Let's move.
Perfect.
Yes,
I think we must be close to the entrance.
Indeed. Vald,
Is it time to move out?
it is. Let's go.
Lead on, Thane.
Good job. Okay. I don't remember if some of my haphazard incidents with NPC pathing or follower pathing has been caught on any video. I don't really... Well, maybe not. I mean, I've done 2 series over Fallout 3 and then New Vegas. Ooh, Skyhaven. Well,
wonderful. Remarkably well preserved, too.
what's in here? Reasonable assortment of loot. Ah, crap, I'm over encumbered? There better not be much of anything else left inside of this place. Do the band. What's over here? Ah, just Quicksilver. Not worth it.
Here's the Blood Seal. Another of the lost Akaviri arts. No doubt triggered by, well, blood. Your blood, Dragonborn.
Oh.
Look here. You see how the ancient blades revered even Cyrodiil?
Well, I don't really want to do this, but...
It's coming to life.
Yeesh.
We did it. After you, Dragon. You should have the honor of being the first to set foot in Skyrim Temple.
There's no telling what we might find inside.
Yeah, great idea that I'm the first one to go to trigger all the traps. Cripe. Well, okay, that door, I'll give it to them. There's no way the Forsworn would have gotten through it. This is perfect. Esbern, you lead the way. I'm not entirely certain I feel safe.
Fascinating. Original Akaviri bas-reliefs, almost entirely intact.
I mean, it's kind of lost on me, Esbern. I don't know anything about this.
Amazing. You can see how the Akaviri craftsmen were beginning to embrace the more flowing Nordic style.
We're here for Alduin's wall, right, Esbern?
Yes, of course. We'll have more time to look around later, I suppose. Let's see what's up ahead.
This is quite the view. For an entire temple to be completely just lost and not riddled with Draugr. Gonna have I'm amazed that this place hasn't worn away more with the holes in the roof. Even the chairs are still intact.
Here it is. Alduin's Wall, so well preserved. I've never seen a finer example of early Second Era Kaviri sculpture and relief.
Esbern, we need information, not a lecture on art history.
Yes, yes. Let's see what we have.
This is one hell of a piece of work. Not quite as detailed as the one in the trailer back in 2011, mind you, but still. Come on,
Look,
decipher.
Here is Alduin. This panel goes back to the beginning of time, when Alduin and the dragon cult ruled over Skyrim. Here, the humans rebel against their dragon overlords, the legendary Dragon War. Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the wall. You see, here is fallen from the sky. The Nord Tongs, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Patience, my dear. The Akaviri were not a straightforward people. Everything is couched in allegory and mythic symbolism.
Rather
Yes,
inefficient.
yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout, but there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh yes, presumably something rather specific to dragons, or even Alduin himself. Remember, this is where they recorded all they knew of Alduin and his return.
So we're looking for a shout then. Damn it. Have you ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky?
No, can't say that I do. But I do know a handful of old men who probably know where I should look at the least. The Greybeards.
You're probably right. I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this, but it seems we have no choice.
You have something against the Greybeards, Delphine.
If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin? No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards?
I understand your perspective, Delphine. But the Greybeards do have a point. Power is dangerous. I've learned that one the hard way in my travels thus far.
Only if you don't know how to use it. All the great heroes have had to learn to use their power. Those that shrank from their destiny. Well, you've never heard of them, have you? And there are the villains, those that misused their power. There's always a choice, and there's always a risk. But if you live in fear of what might go wrong, you'll end up doing nothing. Like the Greybeards up on their mountain.
I've heard more truisms from you than anyone else in my entire life, Delphine. I'm going to go visit the Greybeards, find out if Arengir knows anything about this shout we need. I don't know how long I'll take, but wait for me. I will return.
Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third panel. The prophecy which brought the Akaviri to Tamriel in the first place, in search of the Dragonborn. Here are the Akaviri, the blades. You see their distinctive longswords. Now they kneel, their ancient mission fulfilled, as the last Dragonborn contends with Alduin at the end of time. Are you paying attention, Delphine? You might learn something of our own history.
I don't like that end of time part.
I know the prophecy by heart. Once all blades knew it, when misrule takes its place at the 8 corners of the world. When the brass tower rocks and time is reshaped, when the thrice blessed fail and the red tower trembles,
The tribunal?
the Dragonborn ruler loses his throne and the white tower falls.
The Oblivion
When
Crisis.
the snow tower lies sundered, kingless, bleeding, the World Eater wakes, and the wheel turns upon the last dragonborn.
My god. By the 9.
Well, I'm gonna look around some more. See what the old blades left for us.
Yes, that's an excellent idea. Who knows what other lost treasures we might discover. Did you say something?
No, Esbern, nothing. I just kind of lost in the majesty of the wall. Anyway, let's get a move on. I'm in the area to get some more done since I'm in the Reach again. I'm in the area to get some more quests done that have landed me here in the Reach, including trying to find Kavazin's Fang. So that's probably what I'll do next. Plenty left to do, and on to the next adventure.